Hello everyone, and welcome back to All of Fabric 6. We are, of course, back on the server. I just got to grab some uranite as per usual around here. And it appears that we're the only ones on at the moment, so we'll see how things go. Hopefully that's not a sign that there's issues that everyone else has been avoiding. But we'll see what happens. We should be good. Everything appears to be fine, at least for this short while. In the last episode, we set up the steam quarry. It had been building in the background, so we finally got that done. But more importantly, at least in my opinion, we got the electric blast furnace set up. So that's that guy there. He took us a little bit of effort, a little bit of troubleshooting here and there, but it works. It exists. And once we have power back in our system, well, I don't know, we'll be able to do some more with it if we want. Mainly though, I want to get this guy up and running, our steam quarry. Now what we could do, just before we even start this guy up, is we could look and see what an electric quarry would involve. Because if it's really easy to do, then we may as well just jump to it. I feel like it won't be, but we've automated a lot of these steps, the previous steps at least, so it could be. You know, it might not be that bad. So for example, we'll need an advanced machine hull. You know what? Let's open this in here so that, like, eventually... Oh yeah, system's still offline. I was going to say so that we could see, like, which bit we're up to. I also feel like I want to, like, lower the priority on these guys. Because, sure, it's cool that they get power, but, like, they take so long to fill up that the entire system just, like, we just wait patiently. And then once they're filled, everything else starts up. And the way to do that would be with the ender gates, I think. Like, I could change the channel on them, but I don't think they are it's fine. It only takes a few seconds. So anyway, let's continue with what we were doing. So steam quarry here. Obviously we've got the steam quarry automated. Nice, great step. In here we don't have electrum cables. We don't have silicon batteries. We obviously don't have the electronic circuits, and we don't have advanced machine casings. To do that, we need basic machine hulls, which are automated, and aluminum plates, which we would obviously get from aluminum ingots, which we would get from aluminum dust or a block of bauxite. That's probably what we'd use, because I think bauxite is something we've seen. I don't think we've stumbled across sodalite. Okay. Interesting. Okay. The deep slate stuff you can't find in survival mode. Or you can get it from bauxite in an industrial grinder. I see. So you can get it that way. There's a few different ways, I guess. The macerator, can we do anything fancy there? Centrifuge, you can get it from rubies, I guess. Electrolyzer will pull out of bauxite. Emeralds and lapis, not a bad idea. Obviously, we've got plenty of that stuff. Okay, but regardless, it looks like it's going to be a little bit away because, I mean, it just looks that way, okay? Well, one day we'll make it. But for now, let's get this guy up and running, the steam quarry, and just see how it works. So currently, it's valid. It exists. We now need to provide it with steam. Now, I don't recall whether there was, what's the word? Like a port that needs to go in here? Steam quarry is a steam multi-block machine that consumes bronze drills, uses them to dig deeper than the bedrock, and gives you back some ores, as you can see in roughly enough items. It's recommended that you have multiple SBFs running before you attempt to build it because it requires a lot of steel. So we've already built it. We've got the steel and stuff. Steel hatches have more capacity than bronze hatches. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Steel, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I think we just need to put these hatches, I'm guessing in the multi-block, which I didn't really realize. And it probably would have saved us some resources. But it's fine. It's fine. So, if we search steel... We don't have any hatches here. Great. Wonderful start. We'll just search hatch. So obviously we're going to be getting items out. So we want an item output hatch. So we'll order the bits required for that. Next we'll need a steam input. And I imagine that's it. I don't know if we'll, on top of the steel, also need like, on top of the steam, also need like an output for the steam. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll see what happens. What are we waiting on, by the way? I thought we had all this stuff. Are we making more? Oh, actually, it's... No, I think we're good. I think it's just crafting this stuff. We ordered like 1,000 steel, so that's just sort of churning away in the background. It'll be done one day, I swear. Okay, so item output. Oh, I don't have the hopper. That should be doable. We'll make a few of them. Why not? Okay. Item output, check. Oh yeah, you see, when I held it, it lit up where it can be placed. Good to know, good to know. We'll probably open that little loot bag too. Next up is the fluid inputs. That's going to be this tank here, combined with the casing. And we want it to be input, so that is also good. Now, in the quest, it showed item input too. Oh, that's probably for the drills. Yeah, all right, fair enough. You win this round. All great knowledge of the universe, but that should be fine. So, steam we're probably going to chuck in here, so I'll do a nice fluid input there. That should be good. Item output is probably going to be here, and then we'll just have, like, I don't know, the drills come in on this side or something. Meh, we'll figure out what we're doing. Okay, so obviously we don't really have the system over here, so we need to make a few choices. One choice we have is that I bring a pipe all the way over, and we put the steam in that way. Another option is we just make steam over here. That's a pretty good option too. Another option is that we grab the steam from there, put it into our applied energistics system, which we can then branch off from our controller over here. And we're close range. We'll be able to access all the items and stuff. I think that's the play. So to do that, once again, there's a few options. We could probably... Actually, you know what? I forgot we set up this entangled tank. So I think without even bringing the network over, we can probably just bring an entangled tank over. Do we have what we need for that? Possibly not, but also possibly. We need a cauldron and a block of gold. Cauldron, and then block of gold should be fine. We've got all that stuff. And voila. Now, this system is just white dye, I believe, so that should be fine. And then all I need is a diamond to make it personalized. Otherwise, it's just full of water from, I don't know, whoever's using ender tanks elsewhere in the world currently. But we'll slap this guy here probably. We'll put our diamond on by right-clicking the bit at the top. And so now it's personalized and it's, you know, got our steam in it. So then we just need to put the fluids out. I think we'll use this fluid pipe and we need... Oh, well, I don't know if we need a servo. Do we need a servo? Oh my god, the phantoms are back. Fun's over. Fun's over, wrap it up. No fun to be had here. Everyone, head on home. No more fun. Anyway, now that we're allowed to play again, we've done our time, we'll just have it pulls from connected inventories. That's probably an easy one. So we can slap this guy here. I think this is the right pipe, is it not? Modern Dynamics, Industrial Revolution. Completely different pipe. Also, I don't know why he's not connecting there. I honestly thought he would have. Oh, there we go. I guess. That hasn't put any steam in here, has it? No. Are we valid as well? We are valid. So what do we need for this? Is it a dynamo? Yeah, it is a dynamo. And we want to have not a filter, but an extractor. Oh god. Hold on. We'll get there. This guy goes here, and that should put steam in there. And how do we know if it worked? I assume this guy would have stuff happening. Now, he does have an auto insertion thing. I don't know if you guys noticed that. There's a little button that we may be able to make use of. 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. So if I place the tank right next to it, that may work as well. Because we can open this guy up and do auto insertion. It's enabled. So I don't know. I thought that would bring it in. The other thing I'm thinking of is... If we look at the sides, it's hinting towards me placing this on the front, isn't it? That's sort of what it's looking like. Yep, and it took up some of the steam. So now this guy is full of steam. And this guy will keep filling up because we've got our boiler over there. That's pretty good. So, it's active, it's ready to go. All we need to do now is put drills in there, I believe. So if we search drills, we do have a gold drill. But I don't think we can put this in here because it's just a steam quarry. I can try though. I can chuck him there and see if anything happens, but I mean, nothing's happened so far. We can open the quarry maybe. It says it's valid, but once again, I'm pretty sure I need to put a bronze drill or something in there. So we'll try. Bronze drill. We can probably make most of that. What do we need? We need the actual drill itself. That makes sense. Oh, that's a scary recipe, but we can. I'm sure we can make it happen, even if it'll take a little while. And then we also need another iron gear, which apparently we don't have auto-craftable. All right, I'll go do that. I may also re-log and try to fix my network. All right, we're back over here. We need to make patterns for that gear. So What one was it? It was the iron gear. This guy here. This guy here, iron gear. Why does this look like that's for the gold drill? But I think for the bronze drill, we still need an iron gear. So we need it regardless, right? We've got this recipe, I think, but we don't have bolt and we don't have iron ring. That was my understanding. So the ring is obviously going to be in the cutter. We need patterns, apparently. I always feel like we have more patterns and then we just don't. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the waiting that we're doing at the moment is for the new smelting recipes that have to do a stack at a time. I should really, really, really invest in more requesters to keep these things maintained. Like glass, for example, maintained. Even sand and gravel individually, just maintained. So it's doing it in the background all the time, rather than just when I need it, I have to wait for an entire stack to process. Like, very, very painful operation. But when it works, it's great. As you can see, it allows us to get our stuff quite nicely. Let's go in here. So we want this recipe, and then I think we just wanted the ring recipe. Oddly enough, I don't believe we needed the... Oh, is that just a crafting recipe? Is there a... Yeah, I think I'll just do this recipe, the compressor. I don't know if it's better or worse, but we'll do it regardless. So this is the cutting machine here. So he will receive the bolts. Ooh. He doesn't have room for the bolts. Wait, is that what's on top? That's what's on top. Okay, hold on. Bolts, here we go. You go in there. Awesome. And then this is the compressor. So I'll just put in this ring recipe. And that should be good. So let's go back to bronze. I didn't even bookmark the thing, but there we go. So the drill head is now craftable. We probably should add a recipe for it, but we'll see if they're worth doing. You know what I mean? Before you invest too much into it. But I should be able to get the iron gear now. Do we not have... We don't have the gear itself automated. All right, fair enough. Makes sense, I guess. We also... By the way, once I get this quarry up and running, I may... Depending on what happens, I may redo... Not entirely what's happening here, but just sort of like refresh the system or something. Because like it probably looks a lot more confusing than it is. There's a few simpler ways to, I guess, go about it for everyone's sake. And I don't know. I mean, there's a lot we have to do. Anyhow, we're going to be doing this recipe, which is this recipe. And then I just need to find a spot for it, which may or may not exist. Hold on. I'll just double check. I thought we had a lot of space down here, but apparently we're full. Okay. This is going to get messy. The reason it's going to get messy is I don't remember how well our system worked. The plan was to just place like a connection there. I may have to bring this dense all the way across, but this is currently carrying 23. Look, I don't know what we're doing. Pattern provider. Let's go ahead and grab 4 of these if it'll let me. It won't because we don't have spruce planks. Because we don't have a spruce plank recipe. We've got plenty of wood. We can do it. It's just we don't have the recipe in the system, of course. Okay. Pattern provider. I need 4 of them. And then molecular assembler. I just need 1. So boom, boom. There we go. Molecular assembler. I still haven't opened my little loot box here. Or loot bag. Boom. We got... bricks. Beautiful. All right, molecular assembler here. This is where it will get messy. This smart cable has plenty of channels, but I have a feeling our system does not. But if I slap these in, what happens? Device online, online, missing channel, online. Okay. And he's carrying 9. Brilliant. I don't know what the solution is. Wait, so what's he carrying? He's carrying 9. They could all be... So there could be 8 down there. That makes sense. So I just need to, hold on, get 2 of these, I think, and replace those 2 there with a cable. Listen. Everything's fine here. Why do I have you there? You go here. Boom, boom. And now they're all online, right? No? Why no? Why no? Why not yes? Okay, maybe we need to fix the system already. Let's do it. What I'll need is I will need P2P. I'm going to require probably 2. That's probably all I need at the moment. So there we go, 2 of these. We're going to separate this side from this side, or at least that's my plan thus far. And we'll do that probably just by running a dense cable all the way along here. All the way along this wall here. And hope that that's enough. What do we have? 4, 8, 12, 16. That's plenty. We can even double that, so that'll be good. We will need dense cables, which we can auto-craft. I'm going to ask for 20. We cannot afford them. We will need more redstone, and we will need more fluix. We need more redstone. Oh, that is not good. Hold on. Why do we need more redstone? Are we really out of redstone? We've got 5k redstone in here. Is this device missing channel? Yes. that does make sense. Okay, so let's jump back down here. Let's pick up this, pick up that. And now do we have redstone? Yeah, back in business. All right, let's go back to dense cables. Let's go ahead and order 20 of these if it lets us. We still need fluix. That's fine. I got to go this way. We've obviously still got our villager set up with all that stuff over here. So I'll just have to borrow some of the stacks here. Probably only need one, to be honest, because I doubt he'll have that much to give me. Yep. What do we have in here as well? Plenty is the answer. I will happily take some of those and chuck them in the system. And I'll probably... We probably would have had more emeralds if this guy wasn't full of Certus quartz crystals. But anyway, that's good, that's good. 1 second. Okay, so... Now I can get my dense cables, right? Surely. Yeah, here we go. This will be good, this will be good. It'll all be worth it, I'm telling you. Okay, so we'll jump back down here. We're going to grab our dense cables, which they're slowly being crafted. And they're just going to run all along here. They don't need to be smart, but why not? Why shouldn't they be? Alright, arguably we don't even need them all the way along here because these should connect. You know what I mean? That's how it should work, but I don't know. For whatever reason, it doesn't always work, so I'm just going to play it safe and do it this way. Cool. So next, we will want our P2P stuff, and what I should do, this will help me out massively. Check out this little maneuver. Nobody knows how he does it. But now we can actually walk through here. Okay, beautiful. And so, I guess we can do it here. I'm going to have a P2P on this side, like that, and it's going to connect down there, so we'll have our 2 dense cables like so. I will need another memory card. I think we've got one that doesn't have any color coding on it, so maybe we'll just... What do we have currently? We've got yellow, red, and black. Let's do a blue one. There we go. Blue memory card, beautiful. So we'll jump back up here and we'll set up another tunnel on this side. Alright, so... By the way, you guys were telling me that I don't even need a subnetwork and that I can just connect them all within the one system. Let's see if we can do that, because I think that'll make things less confusing. Maybe. Maybe not, though. I guess we'll see. 1, 2... we've got 2. We'll see if 2's good. Like, what's 2 going to let us do? 2's going to let us do that, right? So now this is all just one system, yeah. What am I missing for that? I'm missing the skystone. It needs to be skystone blocks, which happens when you smelt it. Yeah. Let me let me go and do that real quick, is what that sentence was meant to be. We've got this guy here. He's pretty fast. We'll chuck those in. We'll get our skystone blocks. And we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot because, yeah. Yeah. So what I want to do here is I'm going to grab 2 more. And that will allow me to make a 4x4. Just because why not? You know, give us some extra sides. Does this work, by the way? Do they all connect? Okay. So, yeah, whatever. And so... This is where it gets a little bit risky, because as I pull stuff apart, stuff might not go back together. You know what I mean? So let's just maybe get rid of everything we can afford to, and I'll probably chuck some stuff in my other inventory real quick. Yeah, let's go in here. Oh, we don't have much room in here. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so. I'm going to pick up this guy. I'm going to pick up these. And I'm also just going to pick up this guy too, just to keep them disconnected so that we don't have any issues in regards to that. And now let me load up Discord and look at the pictures someone sent me. So I can try to figure this out and make things better for everyone. Listen, it's going to be worth it, okay? All right, so the example I've been shown. Oh God, how do I do this? Yeah. No. Wait, yeah. No. Oh God, it hurt. Let me just do literally exactly what they've shown me, and then I can try to replicate it over elsewhere. So, I've got a picture of this. I've then got some I've got some dense cables, but I don't think it needs to be a dense cable, but I guess for the sake of similarity, we'll do it. Then we've got this guy here, and then we've got the P2P on top, right? Like that. And then, allegedly this just works, and then I can just, send out my cable in this direction, and then connect the P2P on the other end. So I don't need to have a different system. It can be powered within itself, allegedly. So if we're going by that logic, let's go ahead and slap this guy back on so that, I don't know, this guy can light up at least. Going by that logic, all I need to do is just send this back into the system, right? And so, yeah. With the color coding, it makes it a little bit annoying. Right? Well, yeah. But what's the point? What's the point? Okay. Hold on. I'm getting there. Am I getting there? I don't know if I'm getting there. I feel like I like my other system better. I understand my other system. I don't understand this one. All right, so my example just uses these little controllers, and then what I like about having these extra controllers compared to the other example is that I don't have to try to find like an empty face on this guy. Like this guy can just be clogged up, and when I need to send like this cable, for example, that carries stuff around, I don't have to really worry about the connections on it. Like I place this, and currently we're using 5 of the 8 channels, and we've got everything connected to that. So it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't have to worry as much. Whereas on here, it gets so entangled in this main core that I think it's nice to just have it be its own entanglement. And then the ones that we mainly use are just coming from these little ones. Like I could move this further down as well if we wanted it to look nicer. Like I could have it right at the bottom. And I think it just looks just a lot, I don't know, just a lot calmer. Because realistically, that's what I should be doing. I should be picking up this. I should be coming over here to pretty much right here. Slapping that down there and slapping this down here. And so then this is the controller for this system, right? And then it connects back to the main hub. And then same thing over with this one. I should be picking up this, placing that guy down there, and then hopping down here. I guess here's a nice spot. Place that guy there, go back up. And so then that's the controller for all the way down there. You know what I mean? And then I think it's just, this can be a mess, and then that can be like, just down here in this little area. I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but it's the way that I'm going to do it. And bit by bit, we'll make it look better. I say. So, here's how this works. If I can figure out what I'm doing. Grab these back. So this is going to be the blue network. So I'll shift right click the blue on there. And then what I'll probably do as well, because it does help, is if I get a blue covered cable. I don't know if I can really do that. Covered cable. This guy here. Paste him in. We get a covered cable. And then, I think you need 8 of them, don't you? I don't think I can just blue one. Can I just blue? Blue dye blue? Not yet. What if I place it? Can I dye it blue like that? No. Okay, well, what's the point? I'm guessing what you could do is you could blue dye the wool and then combine that with this. But then you just get covered and it's not blue anymore. Sure, whatever. Okay, cool. It's fine. I'll just get my 8 of them. There we go. Now they're blue. And so the reason I want to do this is just so that I know which one's which. You know what I mean? Like I look at this and I'm like, oh, that's the blue one. And so then I just connect the blue cable to it. Or the blue memory card. So that's got that network connected. Then down here, this will be the same network. There we go. And it's carrying 10 channels. Beautiful. In the perfect world, I would have that cable be blue as well. The issue is that I can't just easily dye them for whatever reason. I don't know if I'm missing something, but what's the harm in me being able to dye them? You know what I mean? What's the issue? What's the problem? Like I could dye. I'm pretty sure you could. No, maybe not. But like, why? Why can't I just dye them? Does Applied Energistics have like a color machine that can color things, and so that's why they're like, oh no, you can't use that. A paintball. They are joking. There is no shot that this is the thing that you use. I need matter balls for it, which need a matter condenser. No one's doing that. No one is doing it. No one's doing that at all. Or the option is I just make auto crafting for every single color and we maintain every single color in the system and then we don't have that problem, I guess. But regardless, this system's hooked up and so are now all of these pattern providers. So then the idea is that I disconnect these connections that are underneath. I think we've got a few of them around here. So we disconnect all of them. So the only thing connecting these, I'll have to grab this one as well, are the dense connections. So device is missing channel because this guy's not connected. So in theory, if I add these on, network boots, it's online. This device is still missing a channel. Phenomenal. Look at how many channels we're using here. We're using 11 total. 11. But some of these are missing a channel. How's it missing? Just simply don't miss a channel. They make me pick them up. Place them down. Network booting, still missing channel. Like why? You know, why? Why? Okay, I've got an idea. In the facades, what do I need to do? Alt click. Is that right click? What's alt click? Alt and click? Yeah, that makes sense. So can I search facade? And then can I search provider? Can I make a pattern provider as a thing? I don't think so because it's a tile entity. What's this then? Protective idle. Okay, let me go back to facade then and just alt click to close that. Okay, so there is another way. I'm very annoyed by that though. It's clear that like they're all just coming through this. If I disconnect this cable, do they all like redirect? Like are they all just gonna be like, oh, actually, yeah, hold on, we can split up. See, now I've got 15 of 32. Is everything online now? 15 of 32. 4, 8, 12, 16. So one's still missing. Why? Like why? They have no reason. They have no reason to. No reason. See, the solution is I move them over a space, or I convert all of them into the smaller blocks. You know what I mean? But like, why? I could cry about this for the whole episode. I'll try not to, but I easily could, and I want that to be well known. Where do we take these out of? This guy? All right, you can have those back. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. What is the solution here? I mean, do I just move everything over? Is that the solution? Because that's very, 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 very annoying. I think we can do it with cardboard boxes, which annoying, but makes it a little bit better. What do I need? I need paper for that. So let's go paper. How much paper can I make? Can I make like 200? I can. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go back to the cardboard boxes, and I'm going to make a stack. Excellent. And then we're just going to pick up pretty much everything here. So I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we'll pick all those up, and then we'll just shift them all over. I could move these over as well, just to make it... Well, why not? While we're here, let's do it. So these won't all stack, which will be a little bit of a problem. Oh yeah, we'll pick up all the upgrades too. But we can do a few at a time, and it's going to be a lot less effort than it otherwise would be. So, this assembler will go here. Now, here's another option that we have. Now that we've got a lot more stuff, is we could do like this. And so every pattern provider will share molecular assemblers. And that's not a bad idea. The main issue at the moment is that I've picked all this stuff up. But like, it's not a bad idea. And I may start placing them like that. The alternative is we do exactly what we did before and we can get that exact same thing happening anyway. So, you know, yeah, we'll do it the way it was before. But we'll just be, wait, no, whoa. I need to give it more of a gap. It needs to go there now. Because there needs to be a space in between for whatever reason. So these are going to go, yeah, everything's fine. Boom, 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 boom. As they're all going to go like so. And so then I shift right click and it picks all of them up. And they all still have all their patterns inside. Beautiful. And everything should be good. Okay, and so I just need to... Well, actually, this one can stay right here. That's pretty good. And then this one will just need to be moved. Hey, that's pretty good. That was a lot less effort than I thought it was going to have to be. So, hey, it's not always the end of the world, even if I make a pretty good go at it being it. What's happening here? Are these all stacking? That's pretty crazy. Oh, maybe they're empty. That's probably why they all stacked. Probably didn't even need a cardboard box them. No. Alright, but that's good though, because then over there, that's going to be a dense cable, like so. And so now almost all of them, just these last two here, are now hooked up. We now have 16, which is all of the connections connected, because that's how it should work. Wonderful. And then in all of these gaps, we could place, whatchamacallums, molecular assemblers just in the 4x4s. But these rows will not be able to. These will have to maintain as they are, which is unfortunate. But it is the way the way things are going to have to be. Do we have marble? What do we have for building blocks? Because I would like to build something in the floor down here to make it look a little nicer. We do have marble like so. If I were to place this, it'd probably look like rocks, which I don't want it to look like rocks. We've done our fair share of stuff looking like rocks. We can have polished marble, but once again, let's be real. It's just going to look like rocks. I'll probably stone cut it. That seems like a pretty good idea. I think we've got a stone cutter somewhere. Whether or not I'll be able to find it. Oh, found it. Was going to be a different question, but here we go. I think I may just do bricks. You know, we try different stuff every so often, but bricks are a classic, especially with marble. I think marble bricks just are the best. They look awesome. So we'll make a few stacks and the rest we'll probably keep. Yeah, these will stay marble bricks for now, but obviously those corners will turn into, whatchamacallums, molecular assemblers at some point, and so then it will just be the middle lines that will be the marble. But this is good. Oh, do we feel good? Do we feel like I've done something good today? I think so. I think things are looking better. Alright, so as we were, I believe we had a few patterns, specifically one pattern, that needed to go somewhere. And there it is. It's found its home. Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. Alright, so from there, now I can craft my bronze... We don't have iron rods craftable. Didn't think it was possible. I swear we... It's fine. It's fine. We'll make a pattern for it. It's fine. We have the space for it. We have the thing on top of the cutting machine. So we're going to go in here. The iron bolts are made from iron rods. And the iron rods are made in the same machine, but I didn't toggle the things. There we go. Iron rods. Nope. Iron rod... Why can't I look up the recipe? I shouldn't have to be crying when I play this game. Okay. Cutting machine, rod, and bronze drill. What's going on here? Cutting machine. It's using the wrong rod, isn't it? It's using like the wrong recipe. Hold on. That has to be what it's doing. It's doing something. This recipe here creates modern industrialization rods. This recipe here, one second, uses Ad Astra iron rods. Now, why does it use them? Nobody on Earth actually knows. It's a long, I wrote iron iron rod. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, but that's how you fix it. Awesome. So we probably did already have the iron rods existing somewhere. Yeah, I'll chuck them in there. Why not? Okay. No. Missing Ad Astra. Yeah, see, here's the thing. You do not use Ad Astra. What is this? Where is it? Why is it trying to use Ad Astra? Where else am I making iron rods? We just went through this. This is what we just did. It makes modern industrialization. It uses modern industrialization. So right now, if I try to make a gear, what does it say? It says, yep, sure. And then it says, I can't make the bolts. And then it says, I don't have Ad Astra for the iron ring. We live in like a troll museum. Yep, Ad Astra, iron rod. Okay, it's fine. Look, everything's fine. Alright, sure. I think that's the last crying we'll do for this episode. Surely everything else works perfectly. We'll craft that rod, lickety split. We'll get our bronze drill, and we'll be on our way. We'll be on our way. You know what's annoying as well? Like, clearly that rod counts as like any iron rod, But for whatever reason, like in refined storage, I could be wrong, but I know that there's a setting for like exact mode where it will use exactly what you put in there. So it will use the Ad Astra mod iron rod. But then there's a not exact mode, which I think you can see in the crafting area here for the substitutes. And it will allow you to use substitutes. I don't understand why this is a thing for crafting, but not for processing. And you could say, oh, but it's not an issue. But it is. We witness time and time again that it is an issue. So this little button that allows you to allow substitutes and stuff, just down here. Just right there. Right there. That's right there. Right there. Is it a terminal setting? Is there a setting that stops you from being able to do it? Doesn't look like it. Okay, apparently the crying wasn't over. The crying's over now. We're good. 4 bronze drills. There we go. It makes up for it by giving us a decent view. So we'll come up here. We'll chuck him in the input, and it's begun. So it is on. It's processing. The item output hatch will probably work, so we'll probably want to put a chest on there, at least for now, just a little chest. See how close he is. About 50%. He's using essentially 4 steam per tick. So that guy's keeping up, at least for now. And then, very shortly, we're at 80%. We'll see what it'll give us. I mean, we can sort of cheat by looking in here. We should be getting this stuff. But I guess we'll see. Like, are we just going to get one of each of these? Let's see. And maybe I need to tell this guy, hey, yeah. Yeah, so we got one of each. All right. Is that because I only have one output hatch? Maybe? Maybe? I don't really know. So it's doing its thing. We're getting zinc and stuff. I'll try to make another hatch. And I guess we'll see what happens. Another steel output hatch. Oh, apparently we can. Steel item output. So I will... You can place it there, right? Yep. I'll break this and I'll place one here. And I guess we'll see what that does. See if somehow they both make stuff. So we're at 80%. This guy has that. This guy has nothing. 90% and 100. This guy got 2 extra bits, golden tin. And this guy got nothing. Okay, so this is useless. That's cool. Actually, no, he might... Yeah, he's got one thing in him. He had some lignite. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe you do get more out of it. I mean, we only got 1 extra ore, which, I mean, that's still better than nothing, right? Still using the same amount of steam. But it's processed again. This time we've gotten copper and tin from here. And down here, it looks like we just got 1 iron. Possibly a coal. Yeah, I think we've got an iron and a coal. So I think it did work. I think you do get more bang for your buck adding more outputs on this. For whatever reason. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's... Oh, and we get another item output. All right. Yeah, I see what's happening. So if I place this guy sideways, will he output into this guy, which will then output into this? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. What else do we have? A reward here. What do we get? 1, 2. We get some bricks and we get some tin. Beautiful. How are you doing? Is this guy done yet? I think he did. I don't know. I mean, I'm clearly not a fan of it, especially compared to our other drills that we've got. What was I going to do, though? I feel like there was something else we were going to... I know we were talking about getting an electric one. You know, I'll claim all of these things. But I feel like there was something else we were going to do involving the steam and stuff, bringing it over. But I guess we ended up working that out, didn't we? What's next here? The mid-game age. So this is the mid-game. And then this is the late game. Digital. Okay. What's digital about it? What happens? What do you get? I don't know. So then you go to the end game and you get like your armor and stuff. The most powerful... Oh, so, okay. So these are all machine upgrades that allow you to do a crazy amount of stuff. So I think that's what we work towards. Like you get an upgrade, right? So we're working towards some sort of upgrade. Which upgrade are we working towards? None of these look like they're an upgrade. Oil drig. Oil drig? Oil drilling rig. I guess it's an oil drig. Electrolyzer processing unit. Highly advanced upgrade. So this guy allows him to take a lot more EU per tick. It's just like, what's the point? I don't know. It doesn't seem that good. I mean, I will say it's good for getting stuff that like you can't find. Like if you just can't find gold or whatever, chuck this guy in, give him some bronze drills, and he'll just do that in the background, I guess. And one day you'll come back here and you may have enough for a stack to use in your proper drill. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to, I'm really trying. The only thing I can think of is that you do just need a bunch of output hatches, and this guy will, generate a lot more stuff. Yeah, I mean that's all I can really think of. What else can we do then? Steel unpacker, steel packer. You can automate double ingots. You can unautomate double ingots. Okay. All right, we got some loot bags. I accepted all the quests that we had. What'd that give us? Some smart cables, that's good. We got some rubber, we got some electronic circuits, some gears. This time around, we've got plenty of ores. It looks like we've got a stack of iron somehow. And then we got a bunch of scrap, which you can actually, I believe, just right-click. And it will give you a bunch of random scraps, as you can see. There we go. And that's all of our scrap. So we can put some of the stuff away. What did we get? We got some Rushmead's head. Got a little bit of like glowstone and stuff, which is always nice. Some phosphorus, dust, and whatnot. Oh, we got a diamond. Well, it actually gave us some more quest rewards. I guess we picked up some sort of food. Apples. Nice. You love to see it. And what does that give us? That gives us some cake. Oh, that 20 saturation on that cake, so that's pretty good. Alright. Okay. Cool. What do we have to show for ourselves? We made this quarry, and it's somewhat pathetic. I will say, the electric quarry looks good in terms of what it's capable of. If we right-click on it, we can see what it can use, right, in terms of drills. We can put a gold drill in there, and that will get us glowstone, right? Currently, we've got to do quite a bit of effort to get glowstone. There's a few different things you can do, like if you put stainless steel in, you can get some, all of these titaniums and whatnot. What's that? Sphalerite and stuff. Soul sand even automated, that's pretty nice. Steel drill will get you like uraninite, all these ores. I mean, it's just better, obviously. Oddly enough, it doesn't look like it... Oh, no, it does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't get you iron, but I think you can put the steam quarry stuff in the electric quarry. Like you can see here, it has it as an option. So you can still, put your bronze drill in there, I believe. So yeah. Great. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll be back. I need to think of what we're doing next. All right. So to be honest, not a fan of this. I don't know. It's just, it wasn't as good as I thought it would. Like it's fine, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's not horrible. I get it. If this was all you had, yeah, cool. Pretty good. Sure. But because we've got this system down here and it's just phenomenally better, it was so much easier for us to get at least. This really doesn't seem worth it. Sure, for like certain ores it's going to be good. I think at the moment though it's pretty useless for us. I think the electric quarry offers some pretty good options, specifically this gold drill. You know, the ability to get glowstone, even just like netherrack and stuff. It's kind of nice to have. Like ancient debris too, that's going to be just really good to just have happening. I don't have to go mining for it. I don't have to try to find a stack worth, which probably wouldn't take us too long. It would probably take us less time to find that ancient debris than it would to actually build this electric quarry. But I want to do it anyway. So I guess that's going to be our next goal, is getting our hands on that electric quarry. Now, there's some pros and cons towards trying to work towards it. Con number one is going to be all the different machines we need. Now, to be fair, a lot of this, I think we can just get our hands on. Like, we're going to be blast furnacing stuff, and we're already doing that, you know what I mean? Like, we've got these things set up, so for the most part, it should just be putting recipes where they need to go, but there are a few blocks here and there that we're going to have to install on this side. But once again, that should be fine. I believe we've got a whole different cable leading over there. I think this cable down here leads that way, so it should be a full connection, or sorry, somewhere down there. Yeah, this left one. So there's this cable that comes out of the P2P tunnel, and it sends some stuff that way over here. So we should have 8, connections, and we're using what, 2 of them. So we'll see how far we can get in this episode. I don't really remember. Let me just double check how long the video has been so far, roughly. About 40 minutes, or maybe even 50 minutes. So we're pretty much near wrapping up. We'll see what we can get done, though. Hey, how does that sound? We'll see what we can do. So, first things first is getting our hands on aluminum. So I'll bookmark that. Obviously, we need the dust. Or we just need bauxite. A block of bauxite. And we get bauxite from bauxite dust. And we get bauxite dust from bauxite. So what's the takeaway? Well, we need some bauxite. Now, we've got 10. So that's pretty good. I'll double check my backpack. We may have some more in here. Nice. 2 more. We need a stack worth because we need to chuck it into our mining drill and just get some of the stuff. So we'll do that. While we're down there, I guess we'll grab any other ore that we don't already have because it's a bit of a common theme at this point. This ore spawns the most at pretty much where we mine anyway, just above bedrock. So yeah, I'll meet you guys down there. We'll do what we were doing before. To be honest, as per usual, there probably is just a bunch of it around. So I can probably run through our mine and just pick up the stuff that I didn't grab before. And I guess anything else that we haven't picked up so far. But as you can see, it's sort of, we'll be able to get it. Like antimony, we've got a stack of that stuff now. Obviously uraninite. Tungsten, I'm going to start picking that up just, to cover ourselves in that regard. I suppose the other option would be, because it doesn't show that we can get it from the quarry. You know what I mean? Like that'd be a pretty good reward. Bauxite we can get from a steel drill in an electric quarry, or that's it. So we would need we would need an electric quarry, anyway. So yeah, I guess I gotta run through here and pick up all the stuff. Do we need salt? I don't want salt. Like I just don't want it. But what's it used for? Not tech reborn. It doesn't even show up as an option. What is this? Deep slate from bewitchment. Modern industrialization gives us... So it just gives us bewitchment salt. And then I'm guessing this is sort of used everywhere. And so then we can use that here. We can... Okay. So you can duplicate like your corals and stuff. That's pretty cool. And you can get some extra little bits. Oh, alright. I mean, yeah, that's fun. We can make chlorine. I'm hoping that's not needed for anything. And we also make sodium dust. I think these options are like if you want to, start doing some cool things. Sodium battery. Was that something we needed? Sodium battery would be in high voltage and turbos. I think we're good. Are we good? I just don't want to pass this by and then end up, back down here trying to grab more stuff. Sodium hydroxide. Okay. Biodiesel, amethyst. Biodiesel is obviously used in some sort of fuel stuff. I think we're good. I think we can leave the salt. I don't think I have to pick it up. Will I regret not picking it up? Probably, but that's fine. We don't have to be down here for that long, hopefully. Alright, there is honestly plenty of bauxite. It's pretty decent to find. Tungsten we've probably found, well, I guess you can sort of see how much we've found, but I think we've also picked it up before, like a fair bit. Maybe in the system at the base. Not too sure, but all I know is that we've pretty much got all the bauxite. We have reached a dead end though, so looks like we will now go the old-fashioned way of this. Or I guess this will lead into another tunnel that may have more bauxite. Yep, beautiful, nice. Alright, and that is all of our bauxite. I'll grab the tungsten while we're here. Might as well. I'm probably not gonna try for a full stack of tungsten while we're down here, but I'll pick up what's on the way. Alright, I will meet you guys back at the top. I do need to invest in... We may be able to afford it now. One of the stones to teleport to our waystones so that I don't have to either dig to the surface or find my way out every time, because it would genuinely save me a lot of time. I think this is close to the exit, isn't it? Isn't this right? Yeah, here we go. But yeah, I probably should still invest in that technology, especially while we're back here. Let's search waystone. Let's click on... I believe it's not the Abyssal Watcher. It's the pocket wormhole that we're after. And we can actually afford this now, so I'll tell you what. Let's make one. Local Void. Void Totem. Scroll of Infinite. Local Void. Unbound. What do you think a Void does? We'll bookmark it. We may make one. Okay, so pocket wormhole. The way this guy should work is I should hold right click and... Look at that. I can teleport to my places. How cool is that? So we've got him now. He'll probably, he can sit in different places. The local void there, we'll try it out. We'll see what it does. We need one of these, which we'll make. Then we need one of these. Control click to quick craft. Do we not have, what's our blaze situation? Not too many. I'll make some of that. Local void. It's unbound? Unbound. Shift right click. Oh, okay. Bound to home. Oh, and it's gone. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a quick little version of that. So you make one of these, you bring it with you, and you can get back to your base before you get like nether stars and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I probably would have used those a bit earlier, to be honest, but it's fine for now. So we'll get, you know, our data card or whatever. Set that guy up. This guy may have some space in him. Let's see. Yeah, he's only about like half full. I probably should bring this thing over. That would probably make the most sense instead of constantly running back and forth. I think it's a worthy hello? A worthy thing? Did we destroy it? Potentially. Kind of looks like we destroyed it. That dropped. But nothing else dropped. Right? Okay. Well, anyhow, I'll search data, and we need the data card encoder. I don't know. I guess it needs a specific block to break it or something. I don't know what we did, but that should make. I don't know how. Is that a Mark IV? That's gonna take it a while, but it'll be nice. It'll save us some time. Okay, so we'll head up here. I'm thinking as well. I had a little break in between the last part of this recording and this part, and I was thinking. What we could do is we could have, because we've got this dank that we're storing our stuff in, right? In bag mode. We could also just fill this with like, you wouldn't even need a stack, just like 8 of each color that we have in here. And maybe even make some extra colors. And then I can just, I don't know, I think it'll just be easier. Maybe that'll be a little bit less stressful if I make a bunch preemptively. Either way, I think it's fine. Data card encoder. So this guy can come over here. And we'll see if he wants to work. I can put an ender gate on him, but I mean, they're never consistent. We'll try. We'll search gate, grab the blazing gate, and I'll chuck this guy on top. And so to see if it works, we'll chuck in our card. We'll put in our stack of bauxite and click right. And is the timer going down? It is. Beautiful. If the timer's ever not going down, I say it every time. Disconnect your power. Just whatever you do not take the data card out, or else it'll void your stuff. So just try different connections. That's my best bet. But we can see the bauxite's put in. It will also probably benefit from some stone as well. So we'll grab this stone, about 3 stacks. Chuck those up there and write them as well. You just don't want to fill up that bar on the right side, that circle, sorry. You don't want to fill that up completely, or else it just breaks your card. But 21%, that sounds good to me. Open this guy up, chuck him in. And these things are crazy fast. They absolutely mows through them. And then we'll be able to set up the filter here. Although I've already got bauxite on me, so I'll just shift click that in. Beautiful. So that's what we should see. Hopefully some bauxite. Apparently none just yet, but it'll be on its way. I don't know why this stuff's happened. Because we can store that much. Do I need to unbind all of these things that have messed up somehow? I'm guessing I do, so I'll do that. What's that? Lead. And then can I click sort? Yeah, okay. And then lapis as well. Okay, we fixed it. Nothing wrong here. Everything's working perfectly fine. Gold. But I just fixed you. Oh my, nothing's working. Okay, that's fine. As long as we've got bauxite there, that's the main thing. So just from that one mine that it did, it got us 18 of that stuff. So it's pretty good. Oh, you're struggling a bit. I've got accelerators on me, so there you go. Merry Christmas. Alright, so now we've got bauxite. That should now be in the system, so we can now begin getting our hands on what we want. So the aluminum that we saw, we can just do that in the blast furnace with a block of bauxite. Now, there are likely more efficient ways to do this, but I mean, we've got unlimited bauxite now in theory, so I may as well just chuck them in see, like, look, I could chuck it in this guy that just needs water, and it'll get us bauxite and aluminum all in one. Like, that's pretty good. And the ratio is crazy as well. Instead of just 2, we're going to get 4. We may just do this. Oh, we may not. We'll see. I don't have recipes for any of these set up. But we can I'll tell you what, we'll add the recipes, we'll make that thing, and that'll be this episode, I think. So let's see if we can do that. Alright, this time we'll work backwards. So I'll have the grinder built first, and then we'll work back and see what we need. So we need diamond grinding head, grinders themselves, an industrial electrolyzer, an advanced circuit, and an advanced machine frame. Beautiful. Easy. We've practically done it already. So, really, okay. We need first the diamond grinding heads. These are going to be steel, diamonds, and diamond dust. Actually quite easy, so there we go. That's done. We'll remove that. Next up is the grinder itself. This guy, we may be able to just make it as it is, because we've already got most of these pieces. But we'll add recipes for each of these bits just to future-proof us a little bit. So I'll grab that recipe there. Oh, great. We'll bookmark this and this. Refined iron plate we'll add. Oh, we can just smelt an iron plate for that. Oh, that's really good. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, we'll up it up and we'll do a stack each. Once again, we've got infinite of these resources. We may as well just do it. Why not? Get it done. I'm sure it'll be worth it. We'll add this as well. I will still need to do refined iron, which I guess is going to take us a stack anyway. So maybe we replace this plate recipe with instead like this pressing recipe. That's probably just a little bit nicer. So we'll do that. That's fine. So that is now the plates, the circuits, and I think, yep, the block done. So now we just need a battery. That's an easy recipe. He will need cables. Once again, we've probably got infinite of these from just the quests we've done. That should be fine. The rubber could be an issue. I don't know if we have any of this automated. For now, I think it's fine. Once again, we've got a crazy amount of rubber from the quest that we've been doing, but it is something to, I guess, be aware of. So we'll remove that. All right, so that's a good amount of recipes we've got there. So we'll jump down here and we'll start filling it up. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's open this up again. All right, so if we click industrial grinder, we can make all. So maybe I'll actually just remove all of these just to refresh this again, except for an industrial electrolyzer, an advanced circuit, and this guy. Although I do recall, yeah, we also need the fan. What can we do in here? Just the fan. Okay, nice. So I'll add that recipe. Oh, sorry. We'll add that recipe. I know I can control click. I just sort of forget to do it. So then we'll need this guy. Awesome. We've got that craftable, so we need you and you. How do we do this recipe? We'll probably have to look this one up. Smelting of an advanced alloy ingot. Do we do a stack of them? A stack is pretty crazy of these things, I think. Maybe we'll just do 32. So it'll take as long as a stack, but it won't do a full stack, just to save on resources, I guess. So we'll update that. That should be fine. The actual alloy themselves are smelted again. So these are smelted mixed metal ingots. So once again, we'll do 32 of these, I guess. There we go. And the mixed metal ingots. This is where it gets a bit tricky. We got to pick one. We got to pick one that we have the stuff to make. Now, I recall at the end there being a good one. Like, we could do tin, bronze, and refined iron. Like, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal there. So I think that's what we do. I think, why not? It works. We've got tin, we've got bronze, we've got refined iron, all automated. Or at least we will if I put the recipe where it's meant to be. I realize now that I've messed up and placed... I placed this... Didn't I do a refined iron recipe? Or did I place that in there and it disappeared? Pattern. I guess we never did one. Alright, well, I guess... There we go. We'll add this. I swear I did. Because I specifically recalled doing this. Maybe I overrid it accidentally. Because I mean, I don't see the ingot in here, so I probably did something with it that you guys probably realized, but I didn't. Anyhow, so that's going to be, that guy's full. All right, so I'll fill this guy up. That's going to be the advanced alloy plate done as well. The fan is done. The advanced machine frame is pretty much done. I just need to do the carbon plate. So once again, it should be easy. Oh, we're gonna need more patterns. So let's do 10 more of these. That should be fine. We've got pretty much all the resources. So the carbon plate is going to be a compressor of carbon mesh or carbon dust. Carbon dust might just be easier. So I'm going to add this recipe here. Let me just double check. Can I do that? Allegedly. And then carbon dust, that's just macerated. Oh, yeah, this is, I guess, where it gets a bit tricky. I'm probably better off just doing the other recipe. Let's do that. So we'll just compress carbon mesh. That makes more sense. Carbon mesh is made out of 2 carbon fiber. We'll add that. Put the patterns in. Carbon fiber is made out of coal dust. And so then that's recipe done. That's the carbon plate done. Beautiful. Next up is this plate. I definitely put the ingot in there that time. Yeah. And this is a crafting, and then this is a smelting, and then this is a smelting. Okay, I need to be aware of this. I didn't place a smelting in here, no, but I placed a stomping. And then the rest of that's fine. And then this is a crafting, and these are both compressings. No. This is a crafting as well. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I guess if it says use substitutes, no. That's how you know that it's a crafting pattern, because we've got that setting on. Whereas you can't do that for processing. So I guess I'll try to be aware of that. Alright, so then we have this guy. So that's the advanced circuit done. So I'll go ahead and place that in here. So now if I look at this recipe and we go for the grinder, we're almost there. We just need the electrical, the industrial electrolyzer, which the only bit here we're missing are 2 extractors. Beautiful. So we'll add that as a recipe. Hold on. Boom. And then we will add the extractor as a recipe. Boom. And then I guess we add tree tap as a recipe. It seems silly, but we'll do it. Why not? So we'll fill this guy up. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest of these are processing, I believe. So we'll head up. We'll hook them up. Put the recipes in. Hopefully there's enough room for everything. And then I think we're good. Now some of these recipes I'll probably place in the wrong spot accidentally, but we should be fine. Is this guy... He's full, isn't he? Alright, so we're going to have to put him somewhere else. What was that for? That was for the refined iron plates. Can we maybe get a fact check on that? What can I put it in? I can put it in any of these. Okay, brilliant. I can even put it in that guy. That's a compressor. That's where that's going to go for now. The carbon mesh. That's another one. Hold on. Advanced plate. Not you, sorry. Oh, God. Carbon plate can be in any compressor. Beautiful. We're probably going to use... that's a compressor. We'll use the one over here. If there's room on it. I think there is. Can there please be room in here? There's one. One room. A singular room. You're going to go there. And then the rest of these are just smelting recipes. And that's easily done in the basement, which is down here. In this top guy here. Okay. How are we feeling? We're feeling good. We don't have any of those recipes already in. These recipes are all doing like half a stack and a stack and stuff. Okay, cool. So, in theory, I search for this industrial grinder and click next. It says we can craft it. I click start. And then we can either look at our machines or we can watch this and see it do its thing. Beautiful. Honestly though, like that was a really good thing to do. Just set all that stuff up because there's a lot of Tech Reborn things that it's just nice to be able to make. They help a lot. They help out a lot with a bunch of different mods. So it's just good to have the ability to make all the parts for this so that we can use it for other stuff as well. And obviously this machine seems to be pretty good. I don't know why it says crafting half a stack of refined iron when the recipe we put in here is a full stack. So I don't really know what the deal is there. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's probably doing a full stack anyway. I don't know why this, the one probe or whatever this one is, Whaler, whatever one we've got here. I don't know why it doesn't tell me how many items are on this when I crouch. Other things, if I just hover over them, it just tells me. Like you can see, it tells me the upgrades in this guy. Why doesn't it tell me for the depot? It seems so strange. Configure, access configs. What do we have? Is it the one probe? Yet another config. No, it's not probe. Is it Whaler? Looking... Is it this thing? Not sure. I think we're fine though. I think everything's fine. How close are we? So we're currently crafting bronze. So I think that's why the copper's smelting for the bronze. And then we literally just need one. We just need one. And we got to craft an entire stack. While we're at it, and while this is happening, let me search requester and... Oh, we've got one. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's hop down here. Let's get this requester set up as well. And put some stuff in here. So first up, I want to do glass. So let's... Can I just drag that in? Yes, glass. Excellent. So I'm going to say, keep like I kind of want to do like 1,000, but maybe we keep 2 stacks worth, right? That seems like a pretty good idea, and I'll just leave it as that. What else do we have? What else do we want to do? Realistically, it's ingots again. In here, we've got, you know, copper, gold, tin, silver. You know what I'm thinking as well? I'm thinking if we get a big enough battery, maybe we can just power through with a little bit of power that we have. Because sure, well, I guess it doesn't make a difference, right? The difference would just be leaving this thing on. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, though, we're very close to wrapping up. I've wasted a lot of time here. We should have, what is it? The industrial grinder. That should hopefully be done. Somewhere here. Or not. Did I never put in? No, I did. Industrial grinder, here it is. Is it still being crafted? It's still being crafted. Okay, we're currently creating bronze out of what I can only imagine is thin air. We're not smelting it. The alloy smelter is here, but not hooked up to anything. And so the existence and whereabouts of these bronze ingots are that of a mystery. Alright, I'll order it again, and we'll see what happens. What's going to happen? It needs to make more dust. It needs to smelt some stuff. Is that what's happening? Makes the bronze, smelts the bronze. That's not bronze. I think it's on its way. It must be. It must be. We'll make this thing. I want to hook up the automation for the aluminum just to, like, I don't know, have that be an option. I don't even know where I'm going to put the thing. It looks like it belongs in here, but do we have the room for it? I mean, I guess it can go right here. I don't know why I'm punching this drying rack, but it could go there. You know, that's not the end of the world, I guess. And then we'll automate it that way. Are we smelting the stuff yet? Still this. In fact, it should be gone. Okay, it's currently refined. Oh, maybe I was smelting refined. Does that add up? Yeah, that adds up. And then that's the bronze. Yeah, okay. All right, that'll be good. We'll get that done. I'll be happy with that. I still think this area here with the spruce, hideous. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. But I don't really know how to fix it. What I'm thinking we could do is just lower this by 1. So now the range is a little bit smaller. I could probably lower it by 2. Let's lower it by another 1. It's at 3 now. It's at 3. I may have crashed. Nope. We're good. That'll give me a lot more room around it. It won't be as obnoxious. I can probably go lower, but I think it's fine. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, eventually these trees will grow and probably get chopped down residually, but you know. All right, how long is this thing taking? We're done smelting the stuff. We're now just what? Crossing out. Okay, we're waiting on more stuff to smelt. Yeah, smelting's still really upset. What I need to do. I know. We need to make a proper thing. This thing's not fast enough. We need a furnace factory. This guy here. The problem is, I'm pretty sure it's a multi-block. I'll double check, just on the off chance that I'm wrong. But I swear these factory blocks, like furnace factory here. Factories are improved versions of machines. They can process 5 items at once. But you need factory components, as seen by all this stuff. You'll be able to visualize the block positions by right-clicking a factory. So we need a factory, and then we can make a factory using these components. No one wants to do that. Nobody does, but we need to. Nobody wants to, but we need to. So I'm going to need to use the Mark IV. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll do it next episode. It'll be a next episode goal. Yeah, that should be fine. Is this guy done yet? Are we still smelting the stuff? What even is this? What is this material? It doesn't look like dust. Is it dust? Yeah, maybe it's dust from that angle. Yeah, from this angle it looks like dust. Okay. What's that even for? What's it for? I don't even know. We're making plates. Where are the plates getting made? Do we recall where we were making plates? I think those things were just smelted again, weren't they? So we're just currently waiting on whatever this is to finish. Yeah. What I may do, listen, when you're watching this, the next episode may already be recorded because I really want to make that factory now. Because the smelting is so painful. I'd love to just finish it. With that being said, though, where's the stuff? Where is it? I don't understand. Advanced alloy plates. It hasn't crafted a single one. Do I cancel it and try again? I think I do. I think this is the play. Alright, so I attempt this. Does it just craft all the same things it just did craft? It does. Okay. Is that a problem? Maybe not. I mean, maybe, but maybe not. It's it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know what we could do? Hold on. Here's what I'm thinking, right? So our applied energistic system is being powered by this guy, this Endergate. He's doing 2000 IRF per tick. He's pretty cool. He's on channel 1. We can make a secondary channel with a secondary ender cell that is purely powering this, because he doesn't use that much power, or at least I don't think he does. He should be fine. And we could even potentially get the power coming out of the steam turbine, right? This guy over here, he may be able to do it. Maybe not, but he may be able to. And obviously that's a pretty sustainable, I believe. Alternatively, I think, yeah, if we just do... Hold on, I'm just going to do it. Let's get an ender cell. We've got a basic ender cell. Honestly, I think it's enough. I'm going to set this guy to the second network. Oh, wait, no, we'll set him there because I need an energy cell too. So what do I need for this? I need 2 starter cells. Oh, my God. All right, 2 starter cells. Is this something we can afford? 2 starter cells. 1. Awesome. I want a second one. I'm begging. Just a second one. I'm just going to keep clicking this until we get it. Beautiful. And then using both of those, we're going to make a basic. Wonderful. So what we're going to do is this guy's going to be slapped down here. Awesome. He's already full, but we're going to switch network. We're going to shift click in our energy cell. This can now store full mill. As you can see, it is. What we will then do is come over here and switch this guy to network 2. So now this is where it will pull its power. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I think the difference is we'll have a secondary buffer, right? We'll have this 4 million buffer specifically for the controller, and then we'll have this 8 million buffer for everything else in the system. And we'll see how it goes. It may do nothing. It may make no difference, or it may, I don't know, keep things running long enough. Do we have the thing we wanted yet? I think we do. No, we don't. What's going on? Please. I swear. Yeah? You should be disappearing soon. Yep. Now I've got more. What's going on? I'm going to cry. What's in here? Hold on. What's in here? Just dust at the moment. Okay. There's a problem then. Why is it not creating advanced alloy plates? We've clearly placed the recipe in the wrong spot. The recipe should be in... I believe it's a smelting recipe. Like, that's what we've got it set as. I believe. Inside here. Advanced alloy plate with advanced alloy ingot. Right? And we can double check. Oh, by clicking the wrong button. We can double check. Advanced alloy plate. It's a compressor. I don't know why it's in here. I don't know why I didn't... Everything's fine. Everything's A-okay. I don't think we have a lot of room for the compressors. I'm pretty sure this compressor's full. And I feel like the guy in here is full as well. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's got like one spot. No, he's full. Okay, that's fine though. I think we can still... no, he's 8 out of 8. We can fix it. We can make it happen. I got to put a little bit of work in, but we can do it. We're going to grab a quartz fiber. One of these bad boys. Yeah. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to see if I can do this. That'll go there. And this will go here. So this guy will have 7 attached. This guy's only got 1 attached, which means, assuming that I get 2 more of these, we'll put them at the top and then we'll be good. Okay? Trust me. I know exactly what I'm doing. Slowly. I slowly know exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to place one there, one here, and one here. And so then I can place this here, and I can place this here. And then we can place another pattern provider. See? All part of the plan. It's working perfectly. We grab you, clear that, place this, slap him on top. Wonderful. And all I need to do is chuck that guy in there, and then bada bing, bada boom is how this should work. Currently, it's not how it is working. But it should. Maybe I hit it with a cancel. Order a brand new one, maybe. Let me just try maybe the plate first. This advanced alloy plate. Can I just get one? Let's just see. Can we get one? What's he doing? So he does 32 no matter what. Is that the issue? Yeah, that looks like it's the issue. Let's cancel that. Let's edit this recipe real quick. Hold on. Because we no longer need it to be that rough. So let's go here. We just want one. We just want one. 1 to 1. And 1 to 1. And then we check. Am I allowed 1? Why does it have to craft the thing every time? That's what I'm confused about. I swear we... Like, do we not have this stuff? Do we not have these alloys being made? These mixed alloys and whatnot? Mixed metal. We've got none of them. So what's been happening? We've clearly got the wrong thing somewhere else as well. Like, this is clearly... There's a problem happening here that I've completely failed at finding. How do I do this every time? Advanced alloy ingot, mixed metal ingot. Is this another compressing? No, it's smelting. Mixed metal ingot, advanced alloy. Mixed metal, advanced alloy. This should be fine. I don't see what the problem is. I don't know what's going on. The only thing that I can think of is that it's smelting for too long because we are doing half a stack instead of a full stack. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, because there's stuff in there. Hold on, let me take that out. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the recipe. This guy. Cancel that. I'm going to edit this. And we'll see if that fixes it. This episode may be a long one. It feels rough. Let's do a full stack. And a full stack. Update that. Bada bing. Bada boom. Are these all full stacks? They're all full stacks. We're going to chuck this in the system. We're going to search for our advanced alloy plate. And I'm going to order one. Just one. Alright, so it should now craft another 32 to get us up to a full stack's worth. And that should show up in here. And then we'll just, give it priority. Alright, we've gotten one of our plates. So I think we got it going. I think there was a bit of a backlog. So we need the industrial grinder. Here we go. I will order one. Click start. This should be incredibly easy to do. Phenomenally. Astronomically. It's just gone in a compressor. That's all this thing should be doing. There we go. We've got one piece. Alright, we're pretty much there. We're pretty much there. And then we'll have this grinder and we'll place him right here. And he'll be hooked up. We'll need another gate, but that's fine. We'll order one. That should not take long at all. Should be, yep, here we go. Beautiful. Grab one of you. It's all coming together. Industrial grinder, everybody. Maybe a pattern provider as well while we're at it. I don't even know if there's enough networks here or enough channels for this industrial grinder, but we'll see what happens. So, industrial grinder. Give him some power. Yep, I guess on the side, why not? Incomplete multi-block. He's a multi-block. Okay, wow. Of course he is. Of course he's a multi-block. What else would he be? Okay. He's a multi-block. We're going to need a room for this. Why is he a multi-block? He's a multi-block. Look at him. A multi-block. Okay, well. Did we do anything else this episode? Did we do anything that can warrant me not having to make this multi-block for this episode? Or do I need to make this multi-block? I'll be honest, I think I need to make this multi-block. Let's switch here. So if I slap this guy down, and we click toggle multi-block, this is what I need to build. Because there's nothing below there, so we're good. Right? That's fine. I just need this stuff. What is this stuff? What is this stuff? Why didn't it say? Industrial grinder? It just doesn't tell you. It's a mystery. Okay. Does it tell us in the book? Surely it tells us in the book what we need. I shouldn't have to... Let's see. Okay, here we go. The first layer is 9 basic casings. And then we need another 9 later. So we'll need 18 basic casings and 8 advanced machine casings. Beautiful. Here we go. So we're going to search casing. We're going to search case. Huh. Machine. Standard machine casing and advanced machine casing. That's what we need, isn't it? Great. I love new blocks. That's awesome. What do they need? Doable. Doable. Oh, not even. Oh, yeah, that's doable. Standard machine casing. Oh, but then that makes 4. Okay, sure. 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 Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Totally doable. Totally. This, yeah, definitely doable. So we need one of these recipes. Which one do we want? Iron plates or refined iron ingots? I'll be honest. The iron plates is just easier. It just seems easier. It may not be, but it feels easier. The advanced machine casings are obviously going to use... Oh. Standard machine casing. Oh. Okay. So we'll probably just use that then. Do we? Maybe we'll just do this. Yeah. Let's do that. Alright. And we'll chuck these in here. While we're at it, we'll chuck in some advanced upgrades. Why not? So I need 18 of these allegedly. For all I know, I'm not even crafting one of things. We need more rubber. Beautiful. But then we'll also need 8 of these. Maybe I'm just allowed to make those. Nope, we need more rubber. Beautiful. How are we getting that? I'm glad you asked. We need more rubber. We could do slime in an extractor, which we don't have. We could trade, but we don't have one of those guys. Or we can just smelt sap. Yeah. Which you can get from rubber wood. Or tree taps. And we'll craft 2 more. And then you just sort of cross your fingers. We could also get it from a quest reward. I should probably... Here. We'll take these. We'll cross our fingers and hope that we just get an insane amount of rubber from these. You ready? Let's see. Drum roll. The first one gives us circuits. Second one gives us circuits. And overclockers. Overclockers are good. So that's not horrible, but it's not great either. Okay. I know we had a few rubber trees. That's a rubber tree. So I guess we've got this guy. Maybe this was the one rubber tree. Rubber tree. Rubber tree. I think we have more though. Yeah, the industrial centrifuge and the rubber wood does seem like the play. We could also do an extractor with rubber wood. And that's also kind of the play. Because we can obviously get rubber wood easy. Because at the moment I've got 12 sap. And if I put in an extractor, if I put it, yeah, we get 3. What's 3 times 4? 12. So we would make 2 extra by using this guy, which is expensive, or we just do an extractor. Okay. Oh, this poor episode. This poor episode. It had such big dreams. Can we get this guy? I'm pretty sure we can just order the full extractor, right? Because that's what we were sort of working towards. Yeah, extractor. So we'll order this guy. Get him built. Hook him up. Start giving him some sap. That'll allow us to make one of these machines. I mean, at what point do I just say, we did nothing this episode, here's the next one? Oh, God. Hey, are you hurrying up? Don't tell me you're... Oh, he can't help himself. Alright, he's done. He's done. He actually didn't take that long. He'll go there. That'll go in there. I guess we've got this guy. Can I please? Yep, sure, that'll go there. Oh, it's because of you. Anyway. He'll do his thing. We did have extra overclockers, or at least 1 extra overclocker from the quest, so chuck that guy in there. It'll be a little bit faster at least. We've also got more rewards. Boom. Nice. 4 refined iron. We'll make use of that. Let's take these out and chuck them in there so that this guy actually finishes some time today. And boom, 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 boom. Very nice. But yeah, that's still not enough, is it? Like if I chuck that in there and we search for our case and I try to order 18 of these, it's going to be like, no. So we need to farm rubber trees. Sure. Yeah, sure. While we're here, what do we have in the rubber tree department? We don't even have rubber saplings. Okay. Because the problem is, I've got silk touch. that's my excuse here. I've got silk touch. I don't know what to do. If I break this whole tree, and I break this tree, the leaves should break, and we should get rubber saplings. And then I can place these down. And we should have plenty of bone meal. So I'll probably we'll grow them, we'll farm them. Each log we can turn into rubber. So I think we'll be good. I think it's fine. Listen, it's fine. And I'll tell you what, before we break them as well, I'll tree tap them. I'll grab these out. We'll tree tap them. I know our inventory is horrible. It's the harsh reality of life. Alright, we've got about, 40 wood. We've got a bunch of sap as well. So that should be nice. Especially with the speed upgrades in this thing, it's honestly not a horrific weight like most things. This may be enough to do both, but I have a feeling that we'll need these processed too, so we'll chuck those in. Chuck those away. Let's try this again. Casings, allegedly 18 of these. They'll be ordered. And then, let's see, we need 8 of these. What's that going to ask for? Missing 88 rubber. That's not 88. We need more. We need more rubber. Luckily, we can probably just do it at our base. I've just been, you know, chopping all the leaves down. Look around. Sometimes it spawns some. So I grab that because obviously it's way worth. And then we pick that stuff up. And that's the job. That's what we do. Realistically, I could replace some saplings there. It's not a bad idea, to be honest. But I may have to change certain recipes. Possibly. I'm not sure if they'll just automatically, because, yeah, I'm not sure if they'll switch to spruce. I may have to change some of them, but it's not a bad idea. I mean, it would give us the best of both worlds, I guess. The alternative is I just make a separate farm somewhere for doing rubber wood, which, once again, probably the better idea. How much do I need? This may be enough, to be honest. We needed 88 total, and that's pretty much 88, I think. What's that? That takes us to 60. I don't think 88, unless it's like exactly. We'll do one more tree to be safe. Alright, so that stuff goes in there. We order 8 of these, and they'll be on their way. In the meantime, we've got the... Ooh, not all of it. More of it should be on our way, right? We ordered 18 of it. I thought I saw 20. Oh, you know what? This guy used some, didn't he? What a villain. So I actually need to order 8 more of these, don't I? 8 more? No, just 6 more. Right? I think so. Yeah. And as a reward for this, we get some gears. Beautiful. You love to see it. Alright, we've got our casings, I believe. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We only needed 18 of these. We've got a few extra. We do need a bucket of water, so we'll grab out one of those. Oh. Is that not? Nope. We don't have any buckets? We do have buckets. That should work then. Why is it... Why does it just not work now? Bucket of water, please. 1 bucket of the water. Just 1 bucket of water. That works every other time, but not today, because... Why would it? Alright. Let's go over here. We should still have the sink somewhere. Yep. Grab the water there. So... We place casings like this. This is temporary. I swear we're going to move it later. We then place these casings around, like so. Put our bucket of water in the middle, and then more casings at the top. And, da-da-da! It works! So, now we grab a blazing ender gate. We slap that guy there. He's online. In theory, all I do now is type bauxite, grab out a stack, and we chuck it in there. Now, he needs water too, I believe. Do we have sinks auto-craftable at all? Not particularly. I could try this, this kitchen sink from Vinery. I don't really know if... Does this count as infinite water source? What if I put water in it? Huh? Then is it like... Now it's infinite? No. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. We gave it a shot. In that case, I'm going to search clay. I'm going to order 5 clay. The clay needs to be smelted for terracotta, doesn't it? So that's not worth it. We'll just... Here. Water. There you go. Okay. So how much water does that use? 100 millibuckets? Or sorry, 1,000 millibuckets. So it uses a full bucket per. So we will want this guy to just be filled with water. Obviously, we've got water in the system. We do have this cable's under here. Going all around everywhere. Where does this cable... This cable goes there. Yeah, okay. Oh, I put this in a horrible spot. Alright, just for now, just to, you know, do this, I'm going to go ahead and slap this guy here. Open him up. Configure this spot to input from the right and auto input. And so that should then fill it with water. Nope. Now we can do pump in. There we go. Beautiful. Water's coming in. That's all we wanted to see. So now this guy will just process this entire stack at least, you know, overnight and whatnot. And we'll have our aluminum and our bauxite for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're having fun. Even though some of these episodes are a little bit more painful than others. There's a lot to do. I'll tell you that much. Plenty to do. Even outside of the actual game. There's stuff over there that I've probably got to read. But not today. Not today. I'll read it tomorrow most likely. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you to our donators and channel members. don't feel under any pressure to support me financially through those means. Watching the ads and just watching the videos and being a part of the community is phenomenal. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzi, Andre, and Sven the One. Thank you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.